It's not the house that's haunted.
It's cold. Good night, Romeo.
So, have the Pope's exorcist.
The 10 most rewatchable Netflix horror movies. Netflix has produced and distributed some of the most acclaimed horror films of the 2010s and 2020s, with its streaming model allowing easy access for genre fans from their own homes. Rewatchability is an underrated positive quality of horror movies, as some can lose their impact after audiences become wise to the timing of their jump scares. However, if a movie provides a pervasively creepy horror atmosphere, a twist that completely recontextualizes its story, or is simply a consistently fun watch, it can hold up wonderfully upon multiple viewings. In line with this criteria, these are the most rewatchable horror films made by or distributed by Netflix. Number 10, The Perfection 2018. Directed by Richard Shepard, The Perfection is a 2018 psychological horror film. It follows Charlotte, played by Allison Williams, and Lizzie, played by Logan Browning, two cellists who began a relationship during a trip across China in association with their prestigious music academy. However, as Lizzie's health begins to deteriorate dramatically, Charlotte reveals herself to have an ulterior motive for becoming involved in the relationship, with a shocking twist at the midpoint that recontextualizes everything that precedes it. The Perfection has strong rewatch value and appears completely different upon a second viewing.
Matthew?
Number 9, The Babysitter 2017. Directed by Mac G, The Babysitter is a 2017 teen slasher with strong black comedy elements. The film follows Cole, played by Judah Lewis, a bullied and introverted 12-year-old boy who is accidentally plunged into the middle of a satanic conspiracy when he sees his beautiful and popular babysitter, Bee, played by Samara Weaving, committing a human sacrifice ritual with her friends. Cole's discovery that Bee and her friends are members of an evil cult places both himself and the cultists in great jeopardy, leading to some highly entertaining carnage. One of Netflix's best films for Halloween movie marathons, The Babysitter is an effective crowd pleaser for both teen and adult audiences. With its relatively high tone and vibrant cast of enjoyable characters, the film is extremely enjoyable. Number 8, Sister Death 2023. The prequel to 2017's Veronica, Sister Death is a Spanish 2023 supernatural non-exploitation horror film directed and co-written by Paco Plaza. The film follows novice Sister Narcisa, played by Aria Badmer, who begins working as a teacher in a former Catholic convent. Narcisa, who is naturally sensitive to religious and supernatural anomalies, soon notices a ghostly presence haunting the convent that relates to a horrific secret hidden by many of the other nuns. However, the film also tells a surprisingly moving story about women's ability to overcome the traumas of the past with the help of others' kindness, leading to a satisfying climax as Narcisa faces the convent's dark past. Cathartic and creepy, Sister Death is a strong and rewatchable Netflix horror film. Number 7, Hush 2016. Hush is a 2016 home invasion horror film directed by Mike Flanagan, who co-wrote the screenplay with star Kate Siegel. The film follows Maddie, played by Siegel, an author who is deaf and mute, as she is the victim of a home invasion at the hands of a mysterious masked killer played by John Gallagher Jr. Disadvantaged by her inability to hear her attacker or scream for help, Maddie is forced to fight back and save herself from certain death. Hush offers new surprises with each rewatch. Unfortunately, the film is no longer available on Netflix because the distribution deal expired, meaning the service lost one of its best horror movies.
In hell, everybody loves popcorn.
Number 6, The Ritual, 2018. Directed by David Bruckner, The Ritual is a British 2018 folk horror film adapted from Adam Neville's 2011 novel. It follows a group of friends who decide to hike through the Swedish woodlands in honor of their deceased friend, Rob, played by Paul Rudd. As they begin their trip, however, the men notice strange symbols and occult imagery that hints towards the nearby presence of a mysterious cult based on folkloric traditions. The Ritual is an intelligent and well-acted supernatural folk horror that holds up extremely well on repeat viewings. Number 5, Cam, 2018. Cam is a 2018 psychological horror film directed by Daniel Goldberg and written by Issa Matze, based in part on Matze's experience in online cam work. The film follows Alice, played by Madeline Brewer, a successful cam model who is horrified to discover that her account has been seized by a mysterious doppelganger. Determined to get her online identity back, Alice begins investigating who or what has stolen her likeness and becomes consumed by obsession. Thrilling, unique, and intelligently written, Cam is a highly engaging horror movie that invites repeated viewing.
Hey, wanna play hide and clap?
Number 4, Gerald's Game, 2017. Gerald's Game is a 2017 psychological horror film directed and co-written by Mike Flanagan and adapted from Stephen King's 1992 novel. The film follows Jessie, a woman who is left to fend for herself after her husband Gerald dies and leaves her handcuffed to the bed, forced to confront both her terrifying present situation and her childhood trauma. Jessie has to consider the unthinkable in order to escape. One of the most chilling horror films about marriage, Gerald's Game explores Jessie's journey to leave the cycle of abuse she has been forced into since childhood, symbolizing her escape from toxic relationships through the horrific scenario of escaping from her handcuffs. Number 2014. Directed and co-written by Patrick Bryce, Creep is a 2014 found footage horror film. The film is a two-hander between videographer Aaron and Joseph, a terminally ill man who has hired Aaron to document his life. The dynamic between the two is uneasy from the start, but quickly becomes deeply sinister as Joseph reveals terrifying details about his personal life that make Aaron believe he may be in peril. Creep is intense, anxiety-inducing, and darkly comedic, placing the audience in Aaron's shoes through its found-footage camera work. The film creates a pervasive sense of danger throughout its short runtime that keeps audiences on the edge of their seat even in scenes of simple conversation, remaining just as effective on repeat viewings. Creep is one of Netflix's most underappreciated yet effective horror films.
Goodbye, Mama.
Number 2, His House, 2020. His House is a 2020 British supernatural horror film written and directed by Remy Weeks. The film follows Ryle and Ball, a couple from South Sudan seeking refuge in the UK. Soon they find their new lives sabotaged when they are plagued by supernatural occurrences related to the tragic death of their daughter Nyagak, who died while they fled their home country. With a shocking plot twist at the film's climax, His House is totally different upon a second viewing, making it one of Netflix's most rewatchable horror films.
be real. This can't be real.
Number
This can't
1,
be real. This
I'm
can't be
Thinking of Ending Things 2021. Written and directed by acclaimed screenwriter and filmmaker Charlie Kaufman. I'm Thinking of Ending Things is a surreal psychological horror film based on Ian Wright's 2016 novel of the same name. The film follows an unnamed young woman who takes a road trip with her boyfriend and considers ending their relationship. When they arrive at his parents' house, the film becomes increasingly metaphorical, and it becomes apparent that things are not as they initially appear. One of Jesse Buckley's best films, I'm Thinking of Ending Things, is an immaculately acted and deeply intelligent film. It derives its horror from an overwhelming sense of the uncanny, consistently unsettling its audience and leaving viewers searching for clues to unravel its meaning until its devastating climax. Due to its layered and surreal narrative, I'm Thinking of Ending Things is highly rewarding upon repeat viewings, making it one of Netflix's most evergreen efforts. Thanks so much for staying with us to the end of this video. We appreciate your presence here and are happy to have you guys around. Please subscribe to our channel, like and share our videos. Thanks again.